Hello everyone, welcome back to my article page, Queen Nefertiti 33, and I'm here with some articles and we'll be talking about domestic violence. I am an advocate for domestic violence of any gender, male, female, transgender, Okay, any, orientation, sexual orientation, LGBTQ, because they all is involved. They can be a part of domestic violence. Okay, so let's begin. It is titled, and I will put some videos down below. Okay, I am back. I feel good, so let's begin. Understanding this, especially for you married women, okay, or you marry men. Okay, I mean for all of y'all, even for you teens that be dating. Okay, I only say that because the married men and women is more deeper. When it comes to us married women or married men, because we are married. Okay, understanding the impact of domestic violence. 1 in 4 women and 1 in 9 men in the U.S. will experience intimate partner violence, making it a serious public health issue. Relationships, while meant to enrich our lives and those of our partners, can have a darker side that often goes unnoticed or unaddressed. Domestic violence is a serious public health issue that impacts survivors on a physical and mental scale. While the effects of violence can be devastating, they are preventable. We can all play a part to ensure that relationships are healthy, respectful, and non-violent for everyone. Understanding domestic violence. This article uses the term domestic violence to refer to any behavior occurring in a romantic relationship that causes physical, sexual, or mental harm, regardless of whether people live in the same household. Domestic violence can occur between any two partners, regardless of gender or sexual orientation. Another term, intimate partner violence, which is IPV, is also often used to refer to violence that occurs between romantic partners, while the term domestic violence is sometimes reserved for violence that takes place in a household. In either cases, the abuser should be a current spouse, former spouse, or dating partner. Domestic violence is not uncommon. 1 in 4 women and 1 in 9 men in the United States have reported experiencing sexual violence, physical violence, and or stalking in their lifetime. Yes, it can also lead to death. I actually died a couple times. The actual rates of you don't really be knowing, especially if you're married, you don't be knowing, but yeah, you really do. The actual rate of domestic violence and sexual assault is unknown because many experiencing it are afraid to disclose or report it. True. Abuse does not need to have multiple occurrences or be carried out over years to be considered domestic violence. The first time, even one episode can have serious impacts and should not be overlooked. Domestic violence includes any of the following: physical violence, which is hitting, kicking, slapping, or other types of physical force that are intended to hurt the partner. Sexual violence, forced or attempted forcing of a partner to engage in sexual acts when the partner does not consent or is incapable of consenting. This includes both sexual events and non-physical events like sexting. Psychological aggression, verbal and non-verbal communicating to erode a person's self-worth, harm the partner mentally or emotionally, or exert control or power over the partner. Stalking, repeated unwanted attention or contact that triggers fear or worry about partner safety or the safety of others that are close to the victim. Stalking means the communication isn't consensual and may include verbal, written, or implied threats. Controlling behaviors or harmful relationships and may point to more severe domestic abuse. Controlling behaviors or actions, whether verbal or physical, that limit a partner's mobility or access to friends, family, or environments outside of the home. The victim may also be deprived of food, money, or access to health care. According to the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, reproductive coercion can also occur. See, people say, I'm married, so I have to have sex. No, you don't. This includes behavior in a relationship related to reproductive health and may happen with or without physical or sexual violence. This includes, but is not limited to, refusal to practice safe sex, intentional exposure to sexually transmitted infections, tampering with or sabotaging contraceptions. True, I know some people that be doing that. Or controlling access to health services. Like, for example, if your wife or your girlfriend, like, well, I don't want no more kids, well, it really be it be vice versa though. It be for the men. So if your men tell you, "Hey, I don't want no more kids. Get on this pill." Some of them girls, they be not taking their medicine and they be like taking it out the pack and throwing it away. Yeah. Um, or controlling access to health services. In addition, domestic violence can occur in younger persons and is often referred to as teen dating violence, TDV, which impacts millions of teens in the United States. Approximately 11 million women and 5 million men who reported experiences of intimate partner violence shared that they first experienced sexual or physical violence or stalking before the age of 18. Okay? Understanding PTSD and trauma. Okay? Recognizing the signs of domestic violence. Domestic violence can take many forms. It's important to recognize that the signs may differ depending on the relationship. Some of the more common signs of domestic violence include physical aggression, such as slapping, hitting, or pushing. Abusive partners can have unpredictable moves that are often, yeah, I mean, hey, a woman can do it too. Shit, I mean, if she really want to continue having kids by this man to keep them, yeah, she probably will. I mean, a man probably, whatever I say that first, okay, just switch it around, okay, whatever fits you, okay. Abusive partners can have unpredictable moves that often change quickly and drastically. They may verbally threaten their partner, like after they have sex with you or whatever. You might think, oh, okay, and then once that wear off, he back at it, okay, or she back at it. Yeah. They may verbally threaten their partner, call them names, swear at them, or they may threaten to hurt themselves. True, they do that. Their partner or their loved ones. Well, actually, they do. I know I'm okay. Me and my ex-husband, Willie Hussein Fatal, like he actually shot me in front of my daughter. Just remember me. I'm trying to find a clip though, but if I can't, then So he shot me right, and then like he shot himself. Real shit. I did it before too. Like when I caught him cheating on me, when I caught him in the bed with that girl, I went in the bathroom and I shot myself. But yeah, I guess that's different though. Abusers may they may threaten to hurt themselves, their partner, or loved ones. True. Abusers may minimize their partner's feelings. They can show jealousy, suspicion, and anger, even if it's unwarranted. Oh yeah, my other ex-boyfriend, he killed our 2 kids, but they came back though. It's in a movie called it's a movie called For Color Girls. Yeah, his name is Tay. Y'all know who he is, Tay. He thought I was cheating on him, but I was really working, and like he was beating me and stuff, and he thought I was cheating. So he turned my 2 kids against me, and then we were living at this high apartment, and he threw my son and my daughter out the window, and they died, but they came back. So I'm trying to find that clip too. Okay. Other signs of domestic abuse include someone trying to control their partner's time. They may monitor activities such as attending classes or seeing friends and family. An abuser may isolate their partner by limiting phone use or forcing their partners to stay at home. I know that happened to some women I know or men. They may control funds, including making financial decisions alone or taking their partner's money without permission. True. If these behaviors are noticed in a partner, it may be time to address them. Okay, yeah, I know some people talk about they like, okay, well, I'm married, this a woman, right? Some women do that, women be like, I'm married, so I go and my husband wallet and get what I need, blah, blah, blah. I mean, if he fine with that, cool, you know what I'm saying? Some people, but make sure make sure he tell you that up front, or like y'all be dating and stuff. I mean, just make sure that he don't, cause some husbands don't mind if they wife just go in they shit and get whatever the hell they want to get and then do what they gotta do. But some men don't like that though. Maybe they were struggling at that moment and then you just grab whatever the fuck, and I might need that for a bill or something. Okay, so it depends. Okay, but yeah. If these behaviors are noticed in a partner, it may be time to address them. Short and long-term impacts of domestic violence. The impacts of domestic violence are far-reaching. Below, we have highlighted some of the health outcomes associated with exposure to it. The potential physical impacts of domestic violence include symptoms related to, and I still have these symptoms: heart and cardiovascular issues, gastrointestinal digestive issues, chronic pain, sexual reproductive issues, symptoms of pulmonary or musculoskeletal conditions, traumatic brain injury. Domestic abuse can also result in death. Mental health effects of domestic violence. According to the American Psychiatric Association, APA, 20% of survivors develop mental health conditions. These include major depressive disorder, generalized anxiety disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, and substance use disorders. I think I've been feeling a lot of people other energies and stuff because last night I woke up this morning at 3 o'clock this morning and my heart was hurting, you know. But I'm at sleep though. But yeah, I think I'm getting some of y'all symptoms and stuff. The APA states that survivors of domestic violence may blame themselves for the abuse they receive. True, they do. They can become self-critical, self-destructive, and suicidal. True. Chronic abuse can create trauma responses that interfere with future relationships. True. Survivors may struggle with emotional regulation. True. Desolation, numbing, and have trouble reading social cues. True. Researchers have found that mental health outcomes of domestic violence can become a vicious cycle. Survivors can believe they are powerless to control violent behavior or to develop resources to change their situation. They can potentially set up a long-term pattern of violent partnerships. True. Violence also affects the children of those involved, including according to the World Health Organization, who children of people experiencing abuse are more likely to be abused. Fool, I was telling y'all in my advice video before it got deleted. Like, if you a man and you beating on your girlfriend or your wife or your baby mama or whatever, later on in the future that might happen to your kids. Okay, so be careful. Okay, your kids can die, can get killed, can die, can get involved in that. You never know. You need to stop. Okay. They also tend to have poorer school performances than their peers and higher rates of illness, including depression and anxiety. Yeah, like this week, me and my family, we all watched my son. It's my son Prince, right? He it's a movie called Purple Rain, okay? I'm gonna put it in the description box. But I'm probably do that next time. I gotta do that on another one. He want me to do on another one. But when we all watched it though, see, like he was watching me and his daddy going through it. And when he did find a girl that he fell in love with, he starts beating on her. Okay? Witnessing domestic abuse is considered an adverse childhood experience, which is ACE. Such toxic stress in early life is linked to several negative health outcomes in adulthood, ranging from depression and substance use disorder to diabetes and heart disease. Children who grow up in the presence of domestic violence are more likely to experience it themselves once they reach adulthood. Boys from such environments are more likely to become perpetrators of violence. Who? while girls are more likely to be victimized in adulthood. Whew. But it can still go vice versa though, okay? Boys can be abused too and the women can be the perpetrators, okay? Domestic abuse can affect relationships outside the home. Support from extended family, friends, and community can protect someone from domestic violence. Social support is important as people recover from the effects of violence. However, abusers often isolate victims from family and friends in an effort to control them. Y'all gonna start see an interview with me, my sister Eve. Okay, she go by Mika now, but we talked about it. Okay, treating the mental health effects of domestic violence. But yeah, we talked about it in the interview with my auntie. Y'all gonna see it. Okay, domestic. Okay, treating the mental health effects of domestic violence. Mental health professionals who treat survivors of violence lose a trauma-informed approach. When counseling patients, they consider the distress the patients experience and how it shapes the person's beliefs and behavior. This approach focuses on creating a sense of safety and empowerment for patients. Therapists target treatment towards the mental health conditions as conditions a patient present with, such as PTSD or depression. In treatment, patients can strengthen communication, learn stress management, and reduce feelings of isolation. Such skills may protect against future incidents of domestic violence. In addition to individual counseling, group therapy can be helpful for survivors in the context of a group. They can learn from others' experiences and can share feelings of isolation and secrecy. Who? How domestic violence is identified. Yeah, okay. Even if y'all go to the doctor, they can see all that in your blood, okay? So, healthcare providers, they can see the people, the person, and everything. Should talk to patients regularly about relationship safety. Domestic abuse can be discussed in many settings, including routine primary care visits, abortion appointments, OBGYN appointments, home visits by health department staff, and therapy sessions. To reduce stigma for patients experiencing intimate partner violence, all patients should be asked about their relationships, not just those whom providers believe to be at risk. Fear of offending a patient or being rushed for time can prevent healthcare workers from having necessary conversations about abuse. Ideally, all staff, including receptionists, counselors, and physicians, should receive training about domestic abuse. With the right skills, staff can be prepared to identify and address this serious issue. Talking to patients about domestic violence. When asking about domestic violence, providers should avoid using stigmatizing language such as battered. They label me battered woman. I did lose a limb in a battle shelter. I mean, I still do, but yeah. They should keep in mind, I do let a lot of women come live with me. And me. And if you LGBTQ, I let y'all live with me too. I got my wearing that. I'm actually the first woman on the list. They should keep in mind that a patient experiencing abuse is likely emotionally attached to their partner. True. According to Futures Without Violence, survivors want providers to listen, to be non-judgmental, offer information and support, and not push for disclosure. We're non-judgmental, okay? I think to them, about them, or you know what? I'm lying. It's gonna be about the partner. Okay, I did that before. That's my people don't talk about, they don't want you talking, I don't know, it's about the partner, okay, the person that abusing you, okay. The Future Without Violence Cues intervention is an example of an evidence-based method of using healthcare settings to address abuse. In this model, providers practice the following: confidentiality. Providers make sure at least part of the appointment is done in private. A partner, family, friends, or caregiver is not present. Who that be it'd be for all of them basically, but mainly the teens though. But I'm gonna say for all of them until they get ready, cause they also don't want their family to judge them either. maybe like, I don't know, maybe they known or something, like, like they daddy called him a princess or queen, and they be like, well, I can't be a queen if I'm getting beat on, it's like that. That's how they do with my dad. I was shocked, like, what, me getting abused, and you know who the fuck I am? Like, that would fuck somebody up. They also share any limits of confidentiality before talking with patients. Universal education and empowerment. Providers make it clear to patients that they are a safe person to talk with. Providers normalize how relationship stress can affect health. Support. Providers are prepared to offer health promotion strategies, care plans, and referrals to domestic sexual abuse shelters and hotlines. Cool. Screening tools for domestic violence. Multiple screening tools are available to identify abuse. True. These questionnaires inquires about a patient's experiences of violence in a relationship. Depending on the situation and type of screener, clinical can ask the question directly or they can hand them to patients as a form. When providers use screening tools as part of standard intake forms for health appointments, they can help patients understand that all patients are asked these questions, regardless of whether abuse is suspected. The Kaiser Family Foundation, with KFF, provides an extensive list of screening tools. Examples of these questionnaires include HUT, Insult, Threaten, Screen, which is HITS. The HITS screening tool consists of questions rated on a 5-point Likert scale. Answers range from never to frequently. HITS questions can be asked by a provider or filled out by the patient. The score ranges from 4 to 20 points, a score of 11 or above in the case abuse. Cool. The other one is slapped, threatened, and throw, which is STAT. Designed in a hospital emergency department, STAT, S-T-A-T, is a simple but effective way to screen patients for domestic violence. As its name indicates, the tool asks patients if their partner has slapped them, threatened them, or thrown things. Patients can fill out the form on their own and hand it to medical staff. Assessing risk. Assessing and identifying domestic violence has limitations. Who, since victims have varying comfort levels about disclosing, they may fear further abuse or financial repercussions. True. Interaction with providers can make a difference, however. According to the Kaiser Family Foundation, KFF, 76% of domestic violence interventions in primary care settings resulted in at least one benefit. Such benefits include safety planning, health improvements, and reductions in violence. 60% of women were more likely to end an unsafe relationship after discussing the issue with a healthcare provider, a healthcare worker. When patients report domestic violence, providers should connect them with support resources, including social services, mental health treatment, advocacy organizations, and shelters. If a patient discloses an immediate threat, providers should connect them directly with a domestic abuse or sexual violence shelter. If possible, the person disclosing abuse should be provided with an alternate phone or access to an alternative phone, since many abusive partners monitor communications. Even when patients choose not to disclose abuse, conversations with providers are important. Though interventions, patients become aware of resources available to them and will be more likely to reach out for help in the future. Understanding the impact of domestic violence on minority populations. Okay, racial and ethnic minorities in domestic violence. Okay, for example, I'm gonna take a black man and a white woman. Sometimes a black man would beat on a white woman because what's happening now. Okay, the race card. Okay, I'm gonna beat on you because you white and you did this to my people type shit. And she ain't do shit to your people. Okay, she probably just a normal Irish, a normal white person. Okay. Another one is a black man. A black men with a Arabian or Arab or something, okay? Oh well, you bum us a lot, so I'm finna beat your ass, okay? Like um, I never really talk. It's always the black men. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I never really seen a white man. Them I did. They were different. They was white supremacists though. But yes, a white man can beat on a black woman too. I guess for the control. But I have met two white people fighting each other. No, I did see a white man be on his white girlfriend, white wife or something like that. But really, it be the it mainly black people, y'all, mainly black men. Okay. Domestic violence can happen to anyone. However, statistics show that it affects communities differently. According to the CDC's National Intimate Partner and Sexual Violence Survey, 45% of black non-Hispanic women and 56% of multiracial non-Hispanic women experiences IPV in their lifetimes compared to 30% of white women. See, told y'all. Asian or Pacific Islander non-Hispanic women had lifetime rates of abuse at 18%. Watch me. I mean, I dated I dated Bin Laden. He put my ass, cause I'm a black woman, but plus he in the white supremacist though, so But yeah. However, I knew somebody. He was an A-rap. He dated a black woman. He was in love with her. He never touched her, hit her, nothing. However, research suggests that underreported could be a factor in this population's low rates. Alaska Native non-Hispanic men 40%, Black non-Hispanic men 40%, and multiracial non-Hispanic men 42% experience higher rates of abuse than white non-Hispanic men 30%. More research needs to be done on the connections between identity and domestic violence. However, we do know that systemic racism and discrimination contribute to disparities. For example, out of fear of discrimination, black survivors of violence may avoid seeking health care or reporting abuse to law enforcement. Who? They are more likely to turn to family, friends, and their churches or other religious organizations. Who? Black women may feel judgment from within their own communities. Totally true. Feel pressure to keep their family together or become influenced by the stereotype of the strong black woman. Yes, y'all, I seen this shit all the time. I see it every day. It's mainly it's the white women that will really tell your ass to leave. Real motherfucking shit. I mean, if you get a real black woman, then hey, you lucky. But I'm just saying though, it's yeah, they will help you the most. Okay. Healthcare workers, members of law enforcement, and clergy should make every effort to understand the unique experiences of ethnic minorities in domestic violence. They must address inequities and connect survivors with culturally competent care. Now, LGBTQ plus people in domestic violence. Now look here, my son was in a gay relationship and he was getting abused, okay? Really bad. Okay? I'm glad I walked in on him that last time because if I did not walk in on that, he'd be dead. Okay? But he's like the only one I ever really experienced this with. I never really had. I mean, my daughter, Deandra, my daughter, Deshrana, she had a gay relationship with somebody before. It was bad too. She still got the whips on her. Okay, so yes, that she not gay no more though. She not lesbian, but she was a lesbian or she was bisexual. I'm gonna try to find that. It's a video of that. Okay, I'm gonna try to find that too. I should have did all this before. But I thought I was done until I kept reading it. But I had that with her, and then I had that with uh my son that's gay. Okay, no, I had two sons. I know I had two sons. Yeah, two sons. I had two sons like that. It was my son, young boy, and my son, C mother. Okay, him, both of them. Okay, so yeah, take that back. But if like if my kid, my straight kids, no, I don't think so. I mean, it wasn't like they was in a connection with them. They wasn't dating them. Okay, but like them actually being together forever, forever. Nah, I never had that. Nah, not with my no, not with my straight kids. No. According to the American Psychiatry Association (APA), LGBTQ plus people may not disclose abuse because they fear perpetrating. Okay, my other son right here. Okay, yes, that too, but that kind of was different though. Not really though, but to this dude, to the dude he was dating, to his friends, yes. Okay, it was all a setup. Okay, I'm gonna try to find it though. Okay, you don't want to find it? Okay. But yeah, but behind closed doors, don't listen to him, okay? That's another story for another time. May disclose abuse because they fear perpetrating negative stereotypes about the LGBTQ plus community. Like other minority populations, LGBTQ plus people may have negative experiences with the healthcare system and may not trust providers. So, come to me. The APA cautions providers against viewing abuse through a stereotypical gender binary of a masculine presenting person inflicting violence on a feminine presenting person. See what I'm trying to tell y'all, but it's the same shit though, cause y'all in a connection, y'all relationship, okay, y'all fucking, y'all married, okay, y'all could be having sex and everything like that, so it's you. That's domestic violence, okay? It don't matter if you know, not straight or whatever, okay? Violence on a feminine presenting person. Instead, providers should consider whether one person is exerting power and control over another. Yeah, I also do. Thank you, baby mama. My baby daddy. My ex-girlfriend, y'all. I made a song about this because all the studs in my city at the time, see, I used to live in Dallas. And all the studs, the women like boys or whatever, they were all getting their ass whooped by the feminine females though. Okay? So I had to make a song, but I kind of revised it though, and saying that it was like, oh, a feminine, the film getting beat on by the stud, but really the stud getting beat on by the films in real fucking life. They told me not to say that though. They told me to switch it around though. But yeah, it was a thing like that back in the day where all the studs, and it still happens to this day, all the studs gets beat on by the films, cause they really not gay. The films not really gay. They just doing it to experience it, and then they beast on them because they didn't expect it to be like what I don't know why they thought the hype. They cousin me, my ex girlfriend or whatever, but yes, okay, y'all should consider whether one person is exerting power and control over another. When helping LGBTQ plus people, providers should consider connecting patients to LGBTQ specific organizations. My sons, they got it, okay? And all of O Block, okay? Oh yeah, we do get raped too, cause this my best friend, Kevin. He got he got raped, but it was no domestic violence though. But yeah, they do. When helping LGBTQ plus people, okay, providers should consider connecting patients to LGBTQ specific organizations such as the National LGBTQ Institute on IPV and the NW Network. Okay, now immigrants and domestic violence. Immigrants have unique vulnerabilities to domestic violence. Abusive partners may lose a person's immigration status as a form of control. I done witnessed that on that show, 90 Days Fiance. May lose a person's immigration status as a form of control by threatening to disclose undocumented status or refusing to fill out immigration paperwork. Immigrants may face language and cultural barriers when seeking help. They may struggle to understand their new country's support network. See, that's what they be doing it to. Research on domestic violence risk factors for refugees and immigrant women identified the following vulnerabilities: stress of adapting to a new culture, cultural beliefs that accept violence. They're not really dumb as y'all think, okay? Types of relationships that can lead to power differences, marriages to the U.S. military personnel, marriages through international dating services, institutional discrimination, language barriers and lack of knowledge of available services, lack of disclosure due to fear of deportation, social isolation. Immigrants may not have family and friends nearby for support. See, if anybody would really do it though, because they like, fuck, I done actually left my comfort country to be with this motherfucker, and but I mean they free though. I mean, I just don't, cause they really doing it for them. The people they coming to get them from overseas. I don't know, some shit like that. Okay. Providers who work with immigrants should have an understanding of their patients' culture of origin. They should also be aware of legal issues immigrants face. In the U.S., for example, providers can let patients know that the Violence Against Women Act can prevent them from being deported. Okay? Now, with people with disabilities, okay? Yes, this is real, okay? When people with disabilities experience domestic violence, people with disabilities can experience the same types of abuse as other survivors. Yeah, people be thinking because you disabled, you can't do what regular people can do. Yes, you can. Okay, yeah, real shit can happen to you even if you disabled. Okay. However, for those with disabilities, the danger is compounded. Abusers, that's who I be really be worrying about, the disabled people. Abusers may withhold medication, yes, prevent the use of equipment such as a cane or wheelchair, or interfere with a person's ability to bathe or use the bathroom. Yes, true. My ex-boyfriend did that to me. He thought I was disabled or some shit. I don't know what the fuck. I mean, the way he depicted it to y'all, like, I can't wash my ass or some shit. Like, I know I wash my ass. I don't need nobody in the shower to help me wash my ass. Okay, like, he like treating me like, what the fuck? According to the Kaiser Family Foundation, KFF, women with physical health conditions were 22 more likely to experience abuse than those without disabilities. Women with mental health, that's me, challenges were 67% more likely to experience abuse than those without mental illnesses. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, signs of abuse includes a person's lack of contact with friends and family, visible bruising, unexplained sprains, fractures or decolorations, and appearing hungry or malnourished. The National Coalition Against Domestic Violence states that hospitals, hotlines, agencies, and other organizations can take steps to ensure people with disabilities are connected with help. These include training staff to work with people who have disabilities. Maybe I do got disability, but still though, okay? Not the way he was trying to spit to y'all though. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Keeping with full list of organizations that specialize in the intersection of domestic violence and disabilities. Having materials, brochures, websites geared towards people with disabilities. If you are concerned that someone you know is experiencing abuse, contact your state's Adult Protective Service Department, okay? It said, can the domestic violence, can it be prevented? Yes, just leave, okay? I can't finish reading it all to you because I only got a few seconds. So, yes. Want more information? Look for even more information about intimate partner violence. You may find these resources helpful. They will put it down there below for you, okay? It's on the screen right now. So yes, yeah, but I think it can be prevented, okay? Leave, okay? But yeah, I know it's sometimes gonna be hard though. I did put some videos in there though because of the control, okay? You're not leaving, they might stalk your ass, okay? That's why I said get somebody in your family to come help your ass, okay? I know y'all got somebody in your family like that's known for like something like this, okay? You know what I mean, right? Okay. But yes, it will be. It can be prevented though. Enjoy.